Are we back? Let's see here. Are we back? I think we are. Let's check Twitch. And we're on Twitch. Let's check YouTube. YouTube, your channel. And it looks like, yes, we're on. All right. So it looks like I didn't have to pay the fucking thing after all. That's great. Cool. All right. So I guess if you wanted to do more than one, you would need to. So that's fine. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right. This is cool. So now I can be on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So hello to my YouTube peeps. Let's see here. We've been on Twitch for at least, I'd say, an hour already. So thank you for joining us, I guess. I've recommended for Twitch, whatever the fuck. But anyway, we're on. So that's cool. So we got steady bitrate for Twitch. So we're okay. All right. So let's get back to what we were doing. So for you people that are just tuning in on YouTube, we're updating my MSU-1 collection so in order to prepare for an upcoming review of the FX Pack Pro. So this is Nigoli ROM set. Let me see something. I forget what they did to the Roman numerals for that or not. All right, they did on the title screen. They did, but not on the cart. So I'll just put Mega Man 7. What is the ROM at? Okay, so they didn't. So just change this. So we're gonna put Mega Man 7 USA. Okay. So we need to put our files in there. And don't worry, YouTube, you'll catch up because I'm doing this over and over. So, and by the way, for you people on YouTube, I've got commercials on in the background because, especially now that I'm streaming on YouTube as well, I don't want to get flagged for using a song. So, I figure having a audio of a commercial in the background on low as I'm working should be good for the algorithm. And by the way, I know there are two versions of the Coliseum Collection video. I know it's a funny story about that. It's as I set this up, it's because I originally had the commercial that was at the end of the Coliseum tape that I personally backed up. And that was the later commercial from '87. Some I guess WWE's computerized with flagging. These motherfuckers flagged me claiming it was from an episode of NXT. I'm like, no, this is like 30 years before NXT was even a thing. So I put in an appeal, and they never responded, so I win. So there's two versions up, and I might just label it alternate because I want to keep the schedule, so I quickly cobbled together one with another commercial. Or I might just take the old one down and keep the new one up. I'm not sure. We'll see. So we're going to try this now on SNES 9X. Oh yeah, that's definitely MSU-1 music. Because there's no way the SNES could come up with something like that. Okay, so that's done. So now we're going to do another soundtrack. I wish I could have fun in bed. Okay, that's Varix. Okay. Yes, we're going to replace it because it's the newer version. And Varix. So that'd be great for when I do Stardew Valley streams on the computer because now I can literally, when I do computer streams, like show you like behind the scenes of what I'm doing, or maybe doing a mix of commercial stuff. I can literally show you it all. Okay, that seems to be working. I don't understand why you would use this with NES music, but hey, at least it's an option. Whatever floats your boat, you know. I wish people had that attitude about us trans people, you know. Trying to legislate us out to death. Just left us alone, let us be us. But that'll never happen. I hope one day I live to where it happens, but don't see it happening. All right, so I guess we're gonna hear NES music. Yep. Because to me, it's like it's stupid to have an NES pack because let me see, 13. What was tracks 1 and 13? To me, it's kind of stupid though to have that because you're playing on a Super Nintendo. So why would you want it? So that's going to be Dark Shock. It's like I get doing that for like Mario All Stars, but not so much for a game that was made for the Super Nintendo. It's not like it was like a port of it. Like for example, that and Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, I can understand doing it. You know, I can understand doing that thing, but not for this. I don't get the appeal. But it's here. You know, it's there if you need it. Oh, that's right. I forgot to put the files in there. It's one of those you get high one day, so it'd be it'd be fucking cool if we put NES music in Mega Man 7. Oh, dude, yeah, really, we should totally do that. Okay, so that's working. And these go on the micro SD. So let's see if we have Mega Man 7 on here. And that would be here, and we would need to change it. Oh, damn. Thank God I almost deleted this shit. Oh, God damn it. We have them, but it's with the updated patches, so I'm just gonna redo them. Because that's the idea, you know? Redo them with newer patches, make it work better, hopefully. So let's see what's next. Nothing! So we're completely done with Jump and Gun. Jump and Run is next, and there's a lot of shit. Because I also got to go with September 22, so we need to redo this then. For some reason, when I do it like that, it doesn't work. What the fuck? Copy. When I do it like that, it works. Which is stupid, but okay, I guess. DVD. Hmm. What do you mean, boss? Can you embellish that further? Because I don't know. So we're gonna re-download the. I will say the one thing that I hope I don't have to do because I think some of that stuff is offline is the Final Fantasy VI soundtracks. That I might just leave alone. Also, my message I could select where my message appears. That's cool too. Of course, my stomach's starting to mess up all of a sudden. It sucks having stomach problems. Download. And it's gonna zip it up, and then we're gonna see it. I want to try something in a couple minutes. So because this is orchestrated, so is this. So in that case, I would just go by the username. I just thought of something. Okay, so now that's finally getting done downloading. I'm sure I'm probably like the only person that's really thinking about doing this. Let's see here, paint. Let's see, recent. There we go. Just in case I got to use the bathroom. Let's see. I want to see something. Oh, well, there's that. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. I think I know which one I'm using. Okay. Okay. Wait, need to make it smaller. Oh Lord, this is gonna be too epic. You know, some of those people that were reaching out to me to get signs done. I should do this. Why is it going to medium? I don't know what the hell's going on, but why it's not selecting any other font. Yes. There we go. Oh yeah, you're gonna be needing for a router in a few minutes. Oh, what the hell? By the way, if God forbid the person whose picture this is watching this right now, I'm so sorry, dude. Sometimes with paint, this thing is weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. And just went back to that damn font again. God damn it. To a generation of us, by the way, we only knew Pat Cooper from Howard Stern. Okay. Wet peas sucks. There, that's more like it. I wonder if it went to the hacks folder. Wait. There we go. I gotta redo that in a second because this is actually really interesting. So let me show you this one because this is really interesting. Okay, so back in the day, they had this thing called TV Picks. And what it would do is, of course, there's significant lag, by the way, is they would have this Channel F, Fairchild Channel F set up. It's usually during like a kids show block, and they would put it on the screen. And they had this kids club, right? They would sign up to get mail from the station, blah 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 blah. So what they would do is they would pick someone and call their house and to take part in this contest. And obviously, if you're watching, you'd get the phone call, and they would tell you to say a keyword. And WPIX's was picks. So every time you said picks, somebody would press the fire button, and your job was to score a certain amount of targets in a certain amount of time to get a prize. And this is a clip of that. And obviously, you'd have to be watching the screen to see where the ball's going, but, you know, there is significant lag. You got to take your best guess of where the ball is going to be. Or should I say where the target's going to be so the ball will hit it.
Okay, Steve, because you scored 8 or more, you win a $25 U.S. savings bond. How about that? Okay, now you can double that prize if you know the TV Picks magic word of the day. Do you know what it is? That's right. It is Cougar. Congratulations. We'll be sending you a $50 U.S. savings bond. Well, that's fun to have a big winner. Don't forget to send your postcards to TV Picks, P.O. Box 1100, FTR Post Office, New York, New York 10022. Then you'll be able to match your skill against the computer. We'll be back to play more TV Picks and have some more winners. But now it's time to return to the Marvel Men.
Okay. So let's. I think I'm going to put that to the test real quick because I need to use the bathroom real quick. So I'll be back. Don't go nowhere.
Caesar's Bay Bazaar for bargains in Brooklyn. Now 3 full days of weekend discount shopping. Friday noon till 9, Saturday 10 till 9, Sunday 11 till 7. It's one-stop shopping for quality name brand merchandise at incredible savings. Free parking, free admission, and a 7-day money-back policy. Come by car, bus, or subway to Caesar's Bay Bazaar. 3 full days of weekend discounts make the big deal better than ever. Caesar's Bay, that's a great deal.
Some women lunch at the plaza, ski in San Moritz, and buy expensive furs every year. Some women just look that way, but they have one thing in common: the Ritz thrift shop. Some sell us their furs, others buy them. We've been handling the finest second-hand used furs for over 50 years, and some of the world's loveliest furs are here at a fraction of the original cost. See them at the Ritz thrift shop at 107 West 57th Street. You don't need a million to look like a million.
Oh, thank you.
Anymore. I pick up my family and I take a short ride to a good time at Coney Island's Astroland.
We ride the world-famous Cyclone, the Astro Tower, and lots more. At Coney Island's Astroland, I pay one price of $7.39 and ride the rides as many times as I want. That's $7.39. Would I steer you wrong? I don't want to spend more time in traffic, so I take a short ride to a good time.
When you know where to go, you go to the Cyclone at Coney Island's Astroland.
Haunted Mansion at Long Branch is a living, breathing nightmare of more than 30 incredible rooms, each with its own very special surprise. Wander through its myriad of secret passageways and winding labyrinths. Discover the graveyard of the living dead and its unimagined terror. There's Renfield and his spiders, the Prince of Darkness, Count Dracula, and many more. At the Haunted Mansion at Long Branch, it's waiting for you.
Hey, Rocky. Hey, hiya, Richie. Where are we going to eat tonight? Muddy's Clam Bar. See you there tonight. Hi, everybody. Hey, hiya, Joe. I love this great Italian seafood and vodka. I don't know what they eat. Leave it to me, Rocky. Okay, Joe.
And don't forget the Lenny's wine.
And the cappuccino. For a delicious and different treat, try Lenny's Clam Bar. You'll be glad you did.
Lenny's Clam Bar, located in Howard Beach, Staten Island, Brooklyn Heights, Long Island, Manhattan, Yonkers.
Peak greens are a very serious cookie. They're made for grown-up taste. Peak greens are much too good to waste on children of. They're serious, very serious. Peak greens are extraordinarily serious cookies. If you're a grown-up or plan to be one, you'll know what we mean. Peak greens are a very serious cookie.
Who's been eating a peak freeze?
Would you like to attend a theater performance and at the end of the show stand up and cheer and yell bravo? You can. See Mum and Chance on Broadway at the Bijou Theater, 209 West 45th Street. Phone reservations accepted by dialing 221-8500.
Some New York City kids are not getting into school this September because that's the law. The law says if your kids don't have their shots for dangerous diseases like mumps, measles, and polio, they aren't getting into school. The law also says they must go to school. So you have no choice. Get your kids their shots. Call 349-2664 to get free shots now. Remember, no shots, no school. It's the law.
Have a summer of fun in the Poconos. At your host with the most in the Poconos. Beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Have every kind of summer fun at Mount Airy Lodge or Pocono Gardens. Beautiful rooms, fabulous food, headline entertainment. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Call 966-7210 for reservations at Pocono Gardens and
Beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
Clean waters of the North Atlantic produce what may be the world's finest tasting fish. This is why Arthur Treacher's restaurants go out of their way to serve only 100% North Atlantic prime white filet. No bones about it. And when you combine this fresh, clean taste with Arthur Treacher's famous secret recipe, you'll appreciate the difference real quality can make. It is something else.
Arthur Treacher's, they are something else. September, October, November. Have a time you'll always remember at beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
make your fall fabulous at Mount Airy Lodge or Pocono Gardens. Do all the things you've wanted to do all summer, all day, all night. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Call 966-7210 for reservations at Pocono Gardens and beautiful Mount Airy Lodge.
You want to know my secret for a great party? It's Coco Casa, cream of coconut by Holland House. It's smoother, whiter, creamier. It makes the best tropical pineapple coconut drink I've ever tasted. Make sure it's Coco Casa. There's no comparison. Coco Casa cream of coconut by Holland House. It's luscious.
All right. I'm back. I'm still alive. Somehow. I don't know how, but I'm still alive. All right.
Now, would you like to
Anyways.
friend, please call the toll-free number that you see listed here, and we honor most major credit cards. Thank you.
It's Levitt's Furniture's hottest prices of the summer. And wait till you see the outstanding
Also grabbed a drink.
like this table choice.
Grab some Chill Sickle, Arizona.
$6 each. Choose cocktail, square, or have
So.
a single table in traditional, contemporary, or
Oh,
early
man.
Imagine 66%
Alrighty.
during Levitt's hottest
So let's continue where we left off, shall we?
Another reason we say you love it at Levitt's.
Just going to lower the volume on the commercial since we're back to streaming. Get rid of this. Which one was the last one we downloaded? Tropical Freeze. Did I get the OC remix? No. Okay, so this is where we left off at. Oh, it's Double the Trouble. So now it's the GBA themes. It was one of those where like you feel it in your butt like a little bit afterwards. That was bad. But anyway, funny story about the chill sickle. And this one thing is I wish I had a webcam because I would show you, but these chill sickles are amazing. Like I thought the best Arizona that they made so far, and for a long time it was the Arnold Palmer. But This is amazing. Like the chillsicle is. Oh, sorry, wrong one. The chillsicle was just amazing. I love. I'll get to that in a second, but Mandy's. That was known as the store of whores. Like every hoe would shop there back in the day. Because it's a place to get cheap and slutty, sexy clothes. My mother and her friends used to always go to Mandy's. All the time. But anyway, Chillsicle is amazing. I we went to get gas today, and I was trying to get some Arizonas for when I go home because I know the gas station that we go to gets in a lot of the Arizonas that normally you can only get through mail order. And I was only initially going in there to get maybe one or two, but when I saw that they had the chill sickle, I was like, nah, I literally bought every single one he had. There was 6 cans because usually if you get it through the internet, it's about like 24, $28, but it's real good stuff. Like real good stuff. And shit, 6 cans for $6. How am I going to turn that down? Because you know these gas stations and stores, they obviously get it for much much cheaper because they're a distributor. The little guy always gets screwed up. So let me pull up exactly what it is. See, look, 12 cans on the website. It's $26.99. How the hell would it? I'll put in. By the way, it better be half off. But yeah, the tropical chillsicle is just absolutely amazing. Let's just try to see. Buy four, save 15%. Of course. Let's see what shipping is. Get the hell out of here. It's just all coupons. So, damn. So, 38. So, $40 for. Jesus. Fuck. That's my old phone number, so I don't have that anymore, so I don't give a shit if you guys see it or not. $41 for 12 cans of Arizona. Jesus Christ. Nah. Mm-mm. I'd rather just go to the gas station and just stock up on these cans for $1. Arizonas have always been $1. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I had to laugh. I'm sorry. But Jesus Christ, that's. Mm-mm. Like, dude, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woo! No way. So sick. Oh my gosh. I had to laugh. I had to. Because Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm sure there's people that pay for it. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there are people willing to pay that. But no, they gotta have money. Maybe, but you know what? people want to talk about manifestation and shit, right? All right, I got one. If I win the Mega Millions tonight, I'll buy one. How's that? If I win the Mega Millions tonight, I'll buy a case of that shit. Because then I won't care because I'll be a millionaire. How's that? That works, right? Let me see if I put Mega Man 7 on here, and I did. Okay, so we could delete the Mega Man 7 stuff. But yeah, remember that if I win the number tonight, if I hit the number tonight, I will buy me a pack of that shit. Hell, I might even buy five. I may not be able to drink all of it because I'm diabetic, but I'll try. Oh man! But anyway, this is how we're gonna make a MSU. First, we're gonna rename it before we patch it, and this is more for the YouTube people that joined us late. And that's successfully patched. So we're gonna take this and the MSU file, and now we're gonna start going through the soundtracks. So we're just gonna call this set Judgment because there's two orchestra sets. I'm so I just can't get over that shit. I can't. And the sad part is, if they, I can understand them doing it through the website because I guess they figure, well, they'll get more money that way because it won't be really available to much places. But still, I can't get this flavor at the shop right around here. All they really got is like the regular tea, maybe sometimes the peach and the Arnold Palmer. But you can still go to like a corner store or a gas station and pick these up for $1. That's just crazy. I'm sorry. It is. That's highway robbery. Shit. I mean, I know some people can sit there and say, well, technically it's highway robbery for us because the price hasn't really changed since the 90s. But damn it, I want to try somewhere because it doesn't sound like too much of a difference to me. I know I patched it. Let's try it one more time. So it looks like it works. It's supposed to work anyway. Unless the opening is an orchestra. It sounds a little bit different, but I still want to check. Doesn't really sound like much of a difference to me. I never really played Donkey Kong Country 3, so I don't know like where the hell I'm supposed to go. That sounded like orchestra. The Xbox, damn, this Xbox controller is stiff. Okay, that does sound It's not as impressive as, say, some of the other stuff we listened to. And this one, I believe, is. Oh no. Okay, so I see what I'm doing here. Alright. Let me just try this real quick. I want to pull this up real quick because this is one of my favorite ads. Not this one. Here we go. This one.
That's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. That old commercial still tells the story pretty well. These expanding steel blades whirling down the line, cutting out all obstacles. There's still no better way to clear a clogged sewer or drain. So the next time you have a problem, remember this, and remember the name.
Yeah, I think they still use that. Because that tune gets stuck in your head. Oh, this is the Chiller Theater. You wonder why I grew up one of the other reasons I grew up a horror fan, right? Because of that. There we go. Anyway, let's try this. Let's see here. Maybe we'll fare better with this as far as better sound. So this was kind of expecting this. I like this one better. Because at least it's a difference. That's what MSU-1 is supposed to be, a difference. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to go to the Tropical Freeze. And of course, that's from the Tropical Freeze game that's on the Switch and the Wii U. Okay. We don't need to read me. That's fine. We know what we're doing. We're adults or something. So now we're going to try the Tropical Freeze. You can definitely tell there's a difference here. Okay, so that's working. So now we're doing this one. I wonder if they. I know they still make the hot dogs and everything, but I wonder if some of those Nathan's places are still around. I know at the mall they are, but not so much. I don't need this shit. So we just want the regular stuff. All right. Move it to the main hex folder. Delete that. I'm going to start up in SNES 9X. This again. But then if it's HD audio restoration, I guess this like a higher quality sound of the original music, which is good. It's like remastered of the original audio because it does sound a little clearer, so that's good. We need that. Don't need this either. That's not that I'm aware of. There we go. So now let's test this one. All right, so that's working. And now we're going to do the GBA themes. So we're just going to rename this folder. And then move this to the main hacks. Select this folder. And we're going to give it a shot. This is definitely working. Real pack. Wonder what that means. Real pack. I wonder if one of these mixes is the commercial I was telling y'all about the other day on the Stardew Valley stream. Then this one.
Lots more to get excited about. More of everything. And it's all yours without cable TV. More thrills, delight, action, laughs, razzle-dazzle, indoor and outdoor sports. And when the sun goes down, more nightcap films. So call WHT, the Fat TV, toll-free today. Fats and I can't wait to hear from you.
Okay, so real quick, what that was. Back in the day, cable TV was either a little too expensive or it was a little bit prohibitive because not every area had cable TV. So what they did was, and by the way, it's UHF, all of this, so you can imagine the kind of reception that that had. So what it was is you had services like On TV and WHT where it was cable-ish, but it was over the air. So what would happen is it would come over the air, but it was scrambled, and that $22 a month was a fee that they would put a cable box, like a scrambler box, in your house. So this way, when you tune to that channel, you got it unscrambled, and you would pay 22 a month. It was basically meant to compete with HBO and Showtime. So you could get like premium movies, but didn't have to pay for cable on top of premium channels. It's actually really interesting because there was different variants of that. Like there was one that showed first run movies, but you had to hook it up to your cable, not hook it up to your cable, hook it up to your VCR, and every month the what do you call it? The encryption would change. So you couldn't say you record once and constantly use the tape. Like the codes were only good for like a month or something. It was weird. We always had cable, at least that I remember. So we had cable since the 70s because my grandmother wanted to watch the MSG shows. The only way you really do that was to get cable and watch the MSG network. Because my grandmother was huge. Like I said on my socials, My grandmother was a huge wrestling fan. Just how I got into it. It was in my blood. I've been shit. I can't remember a time I was never where I wasn't a fan. I guess that's supposed to be the real sound of the game. Okay, extended arrangements. Yeah, the 80s were a weird time. Okay. Heh, accident park, you mean? Yeah, it's funny. You look at Action Park, and especially when you know all the stories that happened with Action Park, it was like a rite of passage for us to go. When I went to Action Park. It was like later on, towards before they closed. But in the 80s, when they were at their peak, they were dangerous. Like I had a couple aunts and uncles that went one time. I'll give you a perfect example. The Tarzan swing, where it would be hot outside, but the water would be ice cold, and there was literally people that would, as soon as they swung into and landed in the water, they would go into shock because of the rapid temperature change. So I heard stories from my one aunt before she died about how her and my uncle and a couple of their friends went to Action Park, saw that happen one time, and my uncle and his buddies were literally pulling this guy out of the water who was like limp, like he had a heart attack in the water, and their wives having to watch this as it happened, like those whole crowd around. And it's scary, man. I forgot to put the things there. I guess no joke. I was told the story. Okay, so this works. I was told the story, and I have nightmares about it. I can only imagine. Let me see if I can pull up the picture of the Tarzan swing. I think they still have it in Mountain Creek, but it was a lot less than it was before. But yeah, this was the Tarzan swing. You literally got climbed up on this platform. It's like a hill that went up here, and you literally grab the rope and just leap off like Tarzan, and then just crash into the water. I think, at least I hope now, that the water's a more appropriate temperature. But back in the day, that was horrendous. It's scary. That was a scary fucking place. And hmm, like, especially you're talking about also someone getting, because they had like a log flume ride where like it's the ride stopped, and there, for a log flume ride, usually there's wires in the water, but they're usually, insulated, covered up. Not at Action Park. There's a story where this woman, the ride stopped, and she had to get out of the flume, so she literally got stepped out of the water, like stepped into the water, and one of the wires was exposed. So she wound up getting electrocuted and died. I'm sorry, like it's like I'm sorry to laugh at something like that, but that's the shit that we had to do with that action part. That shit was bad. The you don't even know. Hopefully this doesn't go 20 minutes. If it does, I'm gonna probably log off at midnight. I'm sure we have to redo part two. If we had to redo the other ones, I'm sure. Yep. Yep, we do. But yeah, that was just yeah, April 2023. We got to redo this. And there's another one. There was this. I forget like what kind of a ride it was. I want to say it was a. I want to say it was a go kart where I want to say it was a go kart. So what happened was, and all the employees knew this shit too. There was this trick you can do. Like there was these regulators that went in the go karts so they couldn't go past a certain speed. So the employees figured out that the way to trick it into turning, basically turning off the regulator was by sticking a tennis ball in there. So you could like go at least 20, 30, 40 miles an hour with a go-kart. So what happened was is one I forget whether it was an employee or a customer did that once and they wound up crashing the car and they had to have no seatbelts in the go-kart. So they just flew and literally shattered their head in a rock. And like this big ass rock. I mean, the action park was, especially, there's a documentary on HBO Max that talked about Action Park. Class Action Park. And that's another name we called it, by the way. That's literally one of the names we calls it Ambulance Park, Accident Park. There was a few names we called that shit. But my God, I mean, the whole of Action Park. I'm not checking that shit out. The whole of Action Park was literally one big episode of A Thousand Ways to Die. Like remember that old Spike series, A Thousand Ways to Die? That's fucking Action Park. Like people would go. Like, imagine a bunch of people knowing willingly that Action Park is this death trap and you still go anyway just to say you survived. These kids these days, they don't know nothing about that shit. They're smarter than we are. They see that something you can, they see a place where you could potentially die. They're staying home. We just went. It's like, oh yeah, you could potentially die going to the park. Yeah, we'll have fun. Your parents would just let you go with your aunts and your uncles, and it's like, bye, mom. I might die. I don't know if I'm gonna come home, but bye. And the most will say is, don't forget your lunch. But yeah, it's just shit. Oh, Jesus. We were built different. When your parents give you horror stories about we used to ride bikes with no helmets and no pads and sometimes no brakes, like shit like that. We actually did it. No bullshit. That's interesting. Well, we've reached. Continue download. So I might have to put the VPN on. Transfer quota exceeded. Yeah, well, fuck you. We're not downloading anything. No. Upper right back.